Happy
Um,
accident. It's just a tiny. It's just a happy little tree.
Happy little
Clouds
tree. I
floating
mean,
in the
if
sky.
if you guys notice, we're a little bare here on my side of the aisle because uh Travis is finally fucking leaving here, dude. I've been stuck here for a week with the weather. And so
It's been
I've had my
crazy.
car I've literally had my car packed for the last 6 days and I'm like I'm not fucking unpacking it.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, like I keep like trying to leave, and I wake up in the morning, and AI and the Weather Channel is like, "Don't fucking leave," and
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta go eventually, dude. And so I am finally leaving tomorrow. I'm finally on my way back to Denver. We're gonna go. We're gonna be in Denver for 10 days, then Breckenridge for a weekend, then
Nice.
immediately down to spring training, baby. We're going down.
Heck yeah.
We're going down.
Dude, that's great. I'm glad you get out, Travis. I did a small I had a small weather event last night. I was trying to figure out why it was so cold in my room this morning when I woke up. It was like just icicles. Not literally, but it's like 30 degrees last night here, which isn't crazy, but
So
trying to figure out why it
cold.
was so cold. And like the window, it wasn't open, but the bottom of the window was flush with like the flashing around the window.
Yeah,
So it looked like it was closed,
but it
and I just
wasn't.
pushed it down, and there were like 2 inches. I was like, "Oh my gosh, my poor feet, dude, I was cold."
Ah, see, I love it. I'm a psychopath. I sleep with the window open in the winter. Like I like it cold. I love
But
it
the
cold.
thing there's a level. You don't want it to be, like, 40 degrees. It's great at, like, 61 or, like,
Oh no, it's like really good at like 55, 50, maybe even in the
55.
40s.
Damn.
Maybe
No,
maybe
I wouldn't want that.
maybe even in the 40s. Well, that's why I have thermal sheets and I've got layers. And so like Travi is really like cocooned in there.
You
So like
want that
my
head cold.
my face is freezing, but the rest of me, and I sometimes actually neat little trick, wear one of these beanies, right? To sleep, and then you can lower it down to be like a sleep mask as well, and
Wow.
you're like real cozy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
sleeping in a hoodie is not the worst thing either.
Oh, I
Oh.
sleep in a hoodie. I
Especially,
sleep in a
like,
hoodie.
a big hoodie that's, like, over,
Oh
a
yeah.
big hoodie.
Bro,
That's what you
I
want,
don't
man.
even I do
Like,
that all the
don't
time.
even trip. Hey, what you got there, Trev?
I'm just getting it prepped. We're doing a little series one jumbo hobby box. We're also gonna
Jumbo.
while we're driving cross country. Oh, you got a jumbo hobby too?
It's not a jumbo. It's
Oh,
a
just mega.
mega.
When I drive cross country, I'm going to be getting some cool things. I think I'm going to get another museum. I might be getting a gilded
Dude.
gold. Actually, I'll probably not be getting a gilded gold because this is going to be a slightly unique podcast. Not unique, but different. Because we're really going to talk about one thing and one thing only while we're here, which is
USA.
which is
USA.
USA and the Olympics, and very specifically in the Olympics, the men and women US Olympic hockey teams both winning gold medals. And for the first time in the history of the Olympics, the United States has won both the men's and the women's gold in the same Olympics. And I watched both games with my family. Got up at the crack of dawn to watch the U.S. men's game.
So you could pregame the US men's game?
I got up really early. Dude, like I've been on quote unquote vacation for the last like fucking ever, and I normally have been waking up at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it's been glorious. And
Yeah.
so I had to get up a little earlier
Oh,
in order to watch.
dude, you don't hate seeing that. You don't hate seeing that.
No, you don't hate seeing that. But it was awesome. I mean, I think that for me, and you've never experienced this, right? But hopefully this doesn't come across as sexist. But I follow the NHL, and so the men's hockey means a lot to me because I actually follow the guys, right? I know everybody on the team. I followed everybody on the team. While there are definitely names on the women's team that I know them because of the Olympics. I don't really know them because of
The
them
women's
playing in
hockey
the
league.
PWHL.
Right.
And so that was the first time in my life that a hockey team that I root for won a real major tournament. Right? The United States
Wow.
has won world championships, right?
2025 they did last year.
Yeah, they've won World Juniors, but they've never won the Olympics, or my team has never won the Stanley Cup. If you know my age, you know that the Rangers technically did win a Stanley Cup while I was alive, but when you're 3 years old, I don't really think it counts.
Is that 94 or 95? 94?
94. I don't
Okay.
really think it counts.
It's hard to say you have any, like, emotional attachment to
I have
that
no
because
emotional
it didn't
attachment to it.
happen. Yeah.
I have no emotional attachment. I have no memory of it. I've no anything of it. And so when Jack Hughes put that puck in the net, I will tell you from firsthand experience, I had a very visceral reaction. I actually got to get my headphones. I had a very. We're gonna leave you guys blank for a hot second.
No. I'm back. You left. I'm back. Hey, really
Uh,
quick, Travis.
yeah,
One of my packs fell. I opened it. One pack was over sideways. Should be the first or the final pack.
final pack,
See the
baby.
one in there that's like flat.
Yeah, final
That
pack.
that
That
guy's.
shit, dude.
I'm gonna put him aside. Uh, Rowan. He just retracted his message, but he said, "I'm American," which, like, come on, dude. Why are you saying that? Like, I'm American, and then he said, "Professional baseball sucks. A bunch of grown men staying around." I saw it. I don't care that you retracted it, Rowan. I saw you write it.
What did he say?
He said, professional baseball is boring. It's a bunch of grown men standing around watching a game, and it's like that's what we do. We stand around and watch a game, like
Yeah,
what we're talking about, which is the
what do you
hockey.
yeah, what do you do? They're
What do
actually
you
elite
do?
athletes. Like, what do you do? Sit on your couch? So, like, I'll say it. Get the fuck out of here,
I
Rowan,
sit right here, dude, and then I enjoy the crap
uh
out. Oh, look at
with that
this!
dumbass comment.
Starting it off with Sedan,
Oh, Raphael.
first of the pack.
First of the pack. Um, but yeah, dude, I think that
Oh, a
I
little
had
Ronald.
just an
Ronald.
incredibly visceral reaction to them winning. Like it meant so much to me to have these guys. And then I am not afraid to admit it. But when what's his name's kids, when Johnny
Johnny
Gaudreau's
Gaudreau.
kids came onto the ice, I lost it, dude. I like
Yeah.
straight up lost it.
Oh, dude, when they had the little, well, it wasn't little, but when they had the jersey that they were bringing around the stadium, it
The
was
whole time.
Kachuk, and I don't remember who else was holding it. You got a little
It
stars,
was
Fernando Tatis.
it was Stan Wawrinski, or not Stan Wawrinski. He was Zach Wawrinski. Stan Wawrinski's a tennis player.
And
It,
Kachuk, Matthew
and
Kachuk.
no. It was someone. It was some
Eichel?
Dylan Larkin. I
Oh, it
think.
was okay, okay.
I think it was Dylan Larkin. Yeah, Kachuk was the one with that was
The
holding the
kids.
jersey. That was
Oh, yeah,
holding the
that's what I
jersey.
was. Okay, okay. You're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the
Okay,
kids. I
I
was
was
talking
talking
about
about
the
the kids.
jersey.
I was talking about the kids.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about perfect.
But
We're all on the same page.
Matthew Kachuk
Ooh,
was
warning, Bernabel.
Johnny's uh teammate for 6 years in Calgary.
Right.
Um, and I just think at the end of the day, when you really think about it, it's such a hockey community. I think that United States hockey has grown so much over the last 25 years. And, the thing that's been incredibly disappointing about, the USA winning is, how shitty the Canadian fans have been online. Like, oh my God. I
Titans of the
mean,
game, Aaron Judge.
first of all, they've just been whiny little babies about the whole thing. They've been shit talking the 3-on-3. They've been shit talking
I was surprised to
that
see the
they had a.
coach of the team saying something about the 3-on-3.
Oh, dude!
Like,
But like the arrogance and the ignorance that they have to say that, because they needed that format to
but
win
he
their
also and
two the
that
two elimination games that they won. Both went to overtime. So
and
don't
he
act
did
like it.
address he did say that, but it was, like, weird that it was, like, and I pointed it out earlier, it was, like, the first thing that he said was, "The format isn't right, it's only 4 games to end in regular season faster, but we did win because of it," or not because of it, we did win on that format, and we shouldn't be like, it can't all be a problem if we've won one of them too. It's kinda
Yeah,
what he was saying.
and I think that, let's be, if you know hockey, and as you and I both know, right? There were a lot of fair weather fans watching the game last
Ooh,
night, right? And
sure.
my mother would be one of them, right? Like my mom,
She was
i-
hyped though.
she was hyped. She was
Yo,
so
35,
invested in it.
this is the 1991, I believe.
Yeah. She was so invested in it. She was so,
Yelich,
in on it. But like
Jacob Wilson.
the Canadian national team has four of the best five players in the NHL. Like
Yeah,
they were able to put on the ice at one time Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, and Cale Makar. Like
and
it's
they did, and they had a 5-on-3, they didn't score
didn't
very
score. And Malcolm Calabrini and Connor McDavid both had breakaways. And Nathan McKinnon missed a wide open net. Like,
so,
he,
that was the funniest one was McKinnon complaining about it, because it's like, "McKinnon,
well,
you didn't
hey,
lose because you the format, you lost because you
you
couldn't
missed the
bury
shot. You couldn't marry a wide open net. Like,
a wide open net."
don't sit there and say, as he did, oh, you tell me who the best team was when you're the one that missed a wide open net. You missed it.
Exactly.
Like you missed it. And I think that, the thing that got me the most, that really, really pissed me off were
Michael Bush,
people were
corrector,
people Canadian
and
fans who were talking about Johnny Gaudreau's jersey and his kids being paraded around for clout, and it was just for
for
show.
clout, dude.
And
Get out of here.
and
It's a guy who would
and
be on the team if he was still alive, if he wasn't a horrible
if he wasn't
tragedy. That's crazy,
murdered
man.
in a, if he wasn't murdered
He
in
wasn't
a,
murdered, but drunk driving sometimes is considered
he is,
murder, I think.
he's the guy got murder charges.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. My bad.
Um,
Because it's like
for
premeditated if you drink because you decided to drink.
because you decided to drink.
It's crazy.
And like go fuck yourself if that's what you think, because if you have followed this at all, you know how involved the Goudreau family has been in USA hockey and in the hockey community over
In
the last
yes.
18 months since Johnny and Matthew passed away. That's
Ooh.
A. And B, how many
Wow.
times,
Dude.
um,
Look at
you
that
know,
guy.
how many times Johnny Gaudreau's name has been spoken about by the members of the team as to, he should be here. He's why we're doing this,
Right.
like blah, blah, blah. Like, how dare you use his death? And it was also, but I don't think Canadian fans do this either. It was also his son's second birthday yesterday.
Mm.
It was also his son Johnny Jr.'s second birthday
Yeah, and
yesterday.
if you're, I mean, I think I wanna understand the larger context of, like, Canada losing in the game that is, like, their game, and that does suck, right? Like, it's gonna hurt, but try to, like, understand it in the context of the game rather than, like, in the additional context of, like, a bunch of made up outrage because you're angry that you lost the game.
Yeah, and there, I will admit, I'm not gonna
Key
name names
Brian. I like
because
Key Brian.
we don't do politics here. There were definitely some classless moves by some people in the United States of
A
America,
team
right?
Boston
Um,
Red Sox.
there were definitely some classless things done by people here in the United States of America, but like, don't sit there and take the highbrow of, oh well, we're the classy side of this. No, you guys have been absolutely classless throughout the entire thing, from the men to the women. Like, it's just, you guys are absolutely classless.
Yeah. I'll do a little bit of a shout out. Obviously, it's not everyone, and I did get to go to my Canadian. I'm friends with a couple in the comedy world. They one of the wife is a Canadian lady. The husband is a American guy, and we had a blast just watching the game and having a silly fun time. And she was obviously upset when they lost, but she didn't like kick me out or tell me like that I had to leave that moment, or she'd call the police when they did win. So, um, there's good Canadians out there, I guess.
Yeah,
I
I mean, they're
guess.
good Canadians out there, I guess, and
I guess.
I just think that when you watch that game, um, Barstool had a post about it, and I'll be the first to admit this, which is, the overall the Canadians were better, right? But they
Yeah.
don't ask how; they ask how many.
Right.
And when you have, I don't even know who to equate Connor Hellebuck to in net, right? Like when
Standing on
you
his
have
head.
Captain America, a brick wall, the Hulk, like whatever you want to say,
Right.
standing in net, if you can't beat the hot goalie, you can't win the game. And
Hot
um,
goalie's part of the game.
hot goalie is part
And
of the
he was
game.
out of position. You had plenty of opportunities off the post, empty net, et cetera, et cetera. And you
Yeah,
don't
but
capitalize.
the
Those are the
United
opportunities you
States,
got to
the
capitalize.
United States had a double doink, right? It went post to
We double
post.
doinked.
We double
We
doinked,
double doinked.
went post to post,
Opportunities
and
went both ways.
opportunities went both
He
ways.
and Hellebuck won one on ones. He won one on O's. He won. He did what he had to do,
He-
and
and he had inarguably the most important save in hockey history.
yeah, yep,
I mean, not only was it just truly a remarkable save, right? But it was about as insane as a save gets. I remember watching it live and being like, did he just whiff? Like, how did that not go in the net? And you watch the replay, and Taves just kind of took the shot and wide open net, not thinking much about it. And the Captain America paddle comes in and saves the day.
dude, this is great. I got the Kyle Schwarber refractor. This refractor is so fun. The 35-year refractor, and then I also got Titans of the Game Samuel Basalo rookie card.
Ooh, wow. We got a good one, dude. We got
Titan
an of
rookie.
five.
Ooh,
Jose Siriano of five.
wow, that's
Yeah,
great. Is that the red?
that's the red of five. And I don't have
Wow, dude, that's
I
awesome.
can't transport these properly, so this is immediately going in a sleeve. Um
Fair, dude. Speaking of amazing saves, um, Bennington in overtime with the glove save that I thought was going to be the death of our team. Right
oh,
when
the what's his name shot was going upper 90, and he
he
scooped
grabbed
it.
and it ricocheted out. Um, but I mean the reaction on that and the amazing save. You're like, oh my god, he's locked down. Like we're not. You have those thoughts. You're like if he gets that, what's he gonna miss?
Yeah, and
And
I
then
think
he got undressed.
I think that, so my dad and I have been talking about the final play of the game, Jack Hughes goals, a bunch,
Yo,
and
back to back, back to back. Bobby Witt hit Paul
Paul
Skeens.
Skeens. So I think that I have two comments on it, which is, first of all, Connor McDavid needs to be blamed partially for that goal. I mean, his defense and his back check was atrocious.
But who else?
Atrocious.
Someone else gave up. Who was number 8 on the Canadians?
Dale McCarr.
Makar fell asleep. He's 2 steps behind as the goal goes in, and you see him hanging at the blue line, not rushing back on
Not rushing
D.
back. And
And there's an
as
open guy, dude.
as someone
Kale.
who's played hockey, I think that I think that they expected their goalie to make the save. And I think that
PCA
at the end of the day,
greatest hits.
the person that was the
Stubo.
last person all the way back was Jack Hughes. And Jack Hughes then beats two of the Canadians down the ice to then get it. Jack Hughes makes a phenomenal play
Jack
on
Hughes.
Connor McDavid, shutting him down, trying to come into the net, then
Yep.
chips the puck up, gets it to, I think it was Varinsky. Then, after that, beats Cale Makar to the loose puck, right?
And just, yep.
Beats Cale Makar to the loose puck, chips it ahead of him to get him ahead of it, and comes down. And if you're Connor McDavid, you have two options there. First of all, I understand slightly of his not let down, but his sluggishness, which is the fact that the puck was going to the corner, and the puck was going to the corner, and two Americans were there, right? And you can't do in 3-on-3, like you're not going to go then take two of them when one of the Canadians is there. But you either have to then take the open man or you have to block the passing lane,
Exactly.
of which he did neither of those two things.
And Makar's nowhere. He's not even there.
Nowhere
He's
to
not
be
in
seen.
position to make anything happen.
And it is like, if you watch it again, the best play of that, yes, unbelievable individual effort, top to bottom by Jack Hughes, is, I forget who the American was. He was about to pick the puck up and then realized and took his stick away and let Werenski get the puck to then pass it to Jack Hughes. And if you watch it, if you're really close into watching it, and no one asked Jack Hughes this, but I want someone to ask Jack Hughes this, which is, I think he missed the shot.
Okay.
I think he flubbed the shot. I think he was trying to go high glove side or above where he ended up, and he missed the shot, which is why his stick is ending up here, right? His stick is ending up high, and Bennington is trying. When you watch the save, he opens up the 5-hole because it looks like he's going high.
Right.
And I think that he missed the shot, which is why, it went in.
This is Mickey Moniak of $3.99, Trav. Let's see what it looks like.
Let's go. It's got to be a purple, right?
Oh, it's not. Dude, this card is cool as heck. It's like a yellow.
Oh, that is really sick. I love that.
Dude, look at that. Trav, look at the shimmer. Look at the shimmer.
Oh, I saw it. Send that my way. I'll get it signed for you.
Coming to you, brother. I'll
get that signed for you.
How about followed up by Travis Adams, Minnesota pitcher, rookie, hollow, and then Titans of the game, Shohei.
Yeah, it was just it was top to bottom, and then my favorite thing online from the whole weekend has been the number of casual people who watched Megan Keller's goal and was like, that looked like high school hockey.
That was literally one of the best deke and backhand, like to make a backhand shot in that exact location over the pad, under the glove or under the blocker, whatever.
Under the blocker. I was
over the pad and under the blocker. That is modern hockey's golden spot. That's where you want to be aiming for, and she fucking nailed it. Right? Am I crazy that is?
But when I watched the game, when I watched it, and my parents can attest to this. The moment I saw her get the puck, I was like, "Oh my god, she's gassed!" Like she looked gassed.
Okay.
And I was like, the fact that she then takes it and does what she did with it, right? Like that move is elite. Like elite move. Like
crazy.
It is
seeing someone deep like that.
Undressing the defender, but then also getting the goalie moving east to west or west to east, whichever it was. that way is just no one can do that. Like only a professional athlete is going to beat a pro goalie and a pro defenseman that way.
Exactly.
No high school student is going to be able to walk down and undress them the way that she did.
Side by side, or let's do top bottom. Let's do a
Of
comparison.
the Mickeys.
There you go. No, you're absolutely right, Travis. Like she was all class and an absolute beautiful deke into goal. That's what you want to see. That's the Olympic level hockey that we want to see.
It's a goal worthy of winning the gold medal.
You bet it is.
And
you bet it is.
The fact that speaking of it, Captain America, Hillary Knight, is then the one that scores the game time goal with under 2 minutes left. Like it was absolutely remarkable. And Frankel, whatever America's goal, she was ridiculous. She was out of her mind when she was playing.
Yeah.
And I think that because more people watch American NHL or watch the NHL, right? It's definitely more of a surprise, and therefore there's a lot more feeling behind the men winning. But dude, the women were heavy favorites. It's the best United States women's team ever assembled.
They were dominant, bro.
All the pressure to win the gold, and the fact that they did, and they beat Canada. It's just, and that Canada is going to bring that smoke in a final, right? Even if they're not playing the best that they can theoretically play, which they didn't throughout most of the season or the Olympics, they brought their A game in the finals.
Right.
And the women, they just played so well. There was no quit in them, and I'm just I am so immensely proud of both the men and the women for being able to achieve what they did. Like it's just as freaking cool as it gets.
It's awesome, dude. It's awesome. First time we've ever done it in the Olympics. That's huge. Canada has done it before. I don't know how many times, but they've obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, but they've won both before. I mean, it's amazing. I do think on some level, Canada has the better roster, right? But
in men's hockey.
Yes, excuse me.
I don't agree with that, actually, but continue.
I think, okay. Where was I even going to go? I was just going to say, I think what I was saying was they had the better roster, but America at the end of the day has a better team. That's how it goes sometimes. I think it was a toss-up the whole time. I think there were, again, empty nets missed, posts hit on both sides. Very, very competitive, very close. I think if you played 10 times, I think we'd win 5 of those times. I'm not even going to say differently than that. I think the game was that close.
Yeah, I think now that I let you finish, I think our points are same but different, which is I think that the Canadian roster has better players.
Yes,
right?
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Their top 4 players in Calabrini, McDavid, McKinnon, Celebrini, whatever it is.
Celebrini, you got it.
Yeah.
I just had to recalibrini my brain.
I mean, it's spelled the exact same way, except you pronounce the C as a S instead of a K. So
that's a great point.
And I'm dyslexic, so I'm really letting myself slide on that one. And Makar, right? Those 4 players are better than anybody that the Americans have.
I think that's true. I think that's unfortunately true.
But the holistic roster of the Americans, I think, is a higher level than the Canadians' holistic roster, which can be seen through the minutes on the ice breakdown, right? Like McDavid, McKinnon, Celebrini, they're
26
playing
minutes.
26, 7 minutes
That's
as forwards.
that's
Like if
also
you're a
exhausting.
defenseman, right, and you're Cale McCarr, that's kind of expected, right? Like you're expected to play that many minutes. You're expected to be playing on the power play. You're expected to be playing on the penalty kill, and you're expected to be playing 5-on-5, just like Quinn Hughes does for the United
Right.
States, right? But the fact that they had to rely so heavily on that line, right, of McKinnon, McDavid, and Celebrini, and then people like Mitch Marner, Tom Wilson, and Brad Marchand, right? Those guys played bit parts, but they're the second line. They're second line, third line players, and they barely. I think I heard Drew Doughty's name, who is a great defenseman for Canada. I think I heard his name like twice all game yesterday, and
Yeah.
so like, and I watched a Canadian podcast, and they were live watching the game, and then they were shit, right? Like they were sitting there like, we're gonna beat the bricks off of you. You guys suck, blah blah
Ooh.
blah, the whole 9 yards,
Yeah.
right? But they said in their postmortem is, the Canadian Hockey Federation, or whatever they are, like the Canadian Hockey whatever, but they need to go back to the drawing board, because like they brought a lot of players like Sidney Crosby, like Drew Doughty. They brought them to the Olympics off of name, not off of what their capabilities are, right?
Production
Like
in the
if
last year.
if you're looking at the production and who's been better in the NHL, Connor Bedard should have been on that team before Sidney Crosby was on that team.
Yeah.
And in America, there was none of that, right? Like there was no one that made that team off of clout. Like I think that everyone that was put on that United States roster was put on that roster to do a certain job, right? And people were really shit talking, and as a Rangers fan, I didn't, I understood it from the political aspect of it, which is assistant GM of the United States national hockey team is the Rangers GM. The head coach of the USA hockey team is the head coach of the New York Rangers. The assistant coach of the New York Rangers is the assistant coach of the USA hockey team, right? So there's a political aspect of it, and I don't know if JT Miller and Vincent Trocheck deserved that spot over some other people, but they brought them because they did a job, right? It's kind of like the 1980 Olympic hockey team, where Herb Brooks is like, we don't need the best players, we need the right players.
Mhm.
And they brought those two players in they brought Vincent Trocheck in to win faceoffs. They need, when you need to dominate the puck, you need someone who can win faceoffs. And Vincent Trocheck is one of the best faceoff guys in the NHL.
Yep.
And they needed them to shut down power plays. And the two of them both played on the 5-on-3. They played on the penalty kill. And the United States national team men's led up 0 power play goals the entire Olympics.
That is the special teams stat that you want to see.
Right. So like you can argue that there are better United States hockey players that have scored more points, that have done more for their team, that were deserving of being on that team, but they didn't fill the role that was needed, right? They have the Kachucks, they have Jack Hughes, they have Austin Matthews, right? They have Matt Boldy, right? These guys are who you want to go score score the goals, right? So you need third and fourth
Matt
line
Boldy's
goals.
performance.
Dude, just to finish my point before we move on, you then need lower end players that can play third line minutes, play fourth line minutes, but then play on the power play. Age Thompson, right? Play on the penalty kill to then do what you need to do in specialized moments. But Matt Boldy, can we talk about that goal for a second?
Yes, go ahead, Trev.
the first of all, the fact that fuck, I'm forgetting who the name of the announcer is. Um, the fact that he saw what he did in real time and then called it out in the replay
dude.
was ridiculous, right? And my parents were like, "Well, why'd the puck go up like that? Why did that happen?" I'm like, "He did it on purpose. Like he purposefully picked that puck up, right?" And
Yeah,
if you watch the replay, what he's trying to do is he's trying to pick the puck up to then not have the puck go through the defenders, having them do something more difficult, which is bat it out of the air, so he can split the D. But
right.
what he tried to do was then tip it to the left. He tried to
It
flip
was
it
like a
up and
skateboard move.
yeah, it was like a kick flip pop shove it, right? He tried to flip it up and then flip it to the left to then create that space to break in, but he missed the hit to the left,
Right.
right? Which is an indicator of how fucking hard what he was trying to do is, right? He then misses it, but in missing it, the puck then goes straight to the net. And so he's able to then split Kale McCarr and Taves, who are their two best defenders, by the way, and split the two of them and then get online. And the fact that he did the move where he brings it back and then he basically, it's not a full Datsuk where he went one handed, right? But he did it and then he left it behind so that Bennington would outskate it. And he did. I mean, it was if Bennington were to have saved that, it would have been lucky, right? It would have been lucky. It would have been just as lucky as Connor Hollebuck with the paddle behind him, right?
Yes, the paddle
Maybe
save is. I
not
know you were
as
talking about it
lucky,
earlier, but my goodness, dude.
but like it is like that is there's a reason why United States youth development, why the USA Hockey Development Program has grown so much in the last 25 years is because kids, you know, there was a great, I'm going to get the quote wrong. I put it on my Instagram if anybody wants to go see it. And it's talking about Connor Hellebuck, right? Is, you know, failure is only the quote that the guy did was incredibly profound. I'll bring it up. I'll probably post in the comments of this afterward. But
Okay.
the gist of it is failure is actually it's so important. I'm gonna fucking hold on. Give me one
All right, here
second.
we go. Travis gonna get it.
I have to get it because it's so good.
I just turned on a video, by the way, called "Angle Matt Boldy's Electric Opening Goal for Team USA and Gold Medal Final," and it's just, I mean, it's every camera angle, so go check that out. But it's a. I think this is exactly what you're talking about, Travis. Is like
I got it. I
the
got it. I got it. I
the
got it. Hold on,
hustle
before I
of
forget.
these guys making this
Before I
play.
forget, I got to get it out.
Go on.
I got to get it out. Which is, it's talking about resilience, and it goes skill. Resilience isn't a skill you're taught. It's something that's built through consistent encounters with failure. And,
That's great.
I think that the United States failing and their inability to succeed on the Olympic level has, as a team and as a top to bottom development of both men's team hockey, men's youth hockey, the development program, and everywhere in between has been built off of learning from their failures in order to find the formula of success.
Yeah.
And if you have time, I really highly recommend you going to my Instagram page and going to my story. And there is a write up that this guy did that I posted on my story about Connor Hellebuck's trip to who he was,
Okay.
right? And it emulates the trip that the United States Olympic men's team has gone through, right? Like
Sure.
it is repeated encounters with failure and youth level and younger players then developing those necessary skills and building it and growing it from 5,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 to 400,000 to now over 500,000 kids that are in these programs
Wow.
so that they want to be the ones that succeed. And it's such an American story, right? Like it's so
Right.
American, right? Like, you know,
And
y-
it
you
struck me during the final. It struck me during um, like, during the overtime. I was thinking, like, bottom of the ninth, guys, we still have a chance. Like, this is the American story. Figure it out. You
it's
gotta
not over till it's over,
It's
dude.
not over till
It's
it's
not
over.
over till it's over. And you know, when all me, my sister, my dad, and my mom were all watching this game, you know, we sat there and we were like, we need. It's not. We're not Canada, right? You need someone to stay. The only way the United States was going to win that game in overtime or even before overtime is just like Matt Boldy. If someone steps up and does the individual brilliance that they're all capable of, right? It's not like there's no one on that team that's capable of doing that. And,
Right.
you know, Jack Hughes puts together like that sequence of Jack Hughes going down one on one
Fighting his own battle.
with arguably the best player in hockey in NHL history in
Yeah.
Connor McDavid in
It's
terms of skills, right? In
yeah.
terms of skills, you
Yeah,
know,
that's fair.
I think Wayne Gretzky is still the greatest hockey player of all time, but I think Wayne Gretzky will even admit that McJesus is way better at hockey than Wayne Gretzky was at hockey,
Right.
right?
Wayne Gretzky carved a path that McDavid then widened out
Yeah,
along
well,
but
why did
and there's obviously a billion
Which
players.
Crosby had done right, but like you know, I
Sidney
think that
Crosby.
if we're talking about dominance and great, like there's no player in the history of sports that has dominated their sport the way that Wayne Gretzky dominated his sport at the time in which he played. Right?
Right.
There's
The
only
only
two examples that I have that are of
Bill
equal value
Russell,
of that.
and
No,
then there's some
definitely
Canadian
not Bill
hockey.
Russell.
Bill Russell
Um,
won 11 championships.
it's not about winning championships, as I'm saying with McDavid. It's just about your pure skill, right?
Yeah,
Bill
but he
Russell
was the
isn't,
best defenseman of all time.
but he didn't dominate his sport. He won championships, but
Defensively, he won.
he
Defensively, he
has.
dominated. He was an 11-time All-Star
I
or
hold
whatever
on. I'm
they
not
call it.
saying Bill Russell wasn't a great player, but Bill Russell did not dominate the game of hockey in a way that outside of him winning
Offense.
championships,
All right,
he didn't
whatever.
even holistically, like he did not dominate something head and shoulders above everyone else in the way that he performed physically in the game.
I
He
think
was
his
able to
defense was
win.
that. I think his defense was that elite.
We can argue till the cows come home, but it's not my point. Which is there's only two athletes in my perception that have dominated a sport head and shoulders above the way that
Oh, okay.
anyone else
So
has
Shohei
dominated
Ohtani
that
is one of
sport.
them.
Shohei Ohtani is not one of them.
Okay. Then you're not making any sense because he dominated. Shohei Ohtani won a game by himself
Well,
completely.
if you let me get the two names out, you could probably understand what I'm saying, which is Babe Ruth, because Babe Ruth literally changed the game of baseball. And when people were hitting, you know, 5 to 15 home runs a day, a season, he was hitting 40 to 60 home runs a game, right? Like
Season.
a season, he was just another human playing the game while they were playing. And the other is Michael Phelps. No one has ever dominated the world of swimming or the way that he did. He was head and shoulders above everyone else that was swimming at that time. Like no one could beat him, no one could equal him, no one could test him. And you know, while basketball to me and Bill Russell, no one will equal his longevity in being successful and winning, right? And when you're talking about the sports in terms of winning, right? Bill Russell won 11, 13 championships, right? Like no one will ever touch that aspect of Bill Russell, right? No
Sure.
one will ever touch that. But like if you look at Bill Russell's stat sheets across basketball at that time, his stat sheets he wasn't getting triple doubles every game while no one had ever heard of a triple double, right?
Right.
Like that's kind of the nuance of what I'm saying. And I think that, back to what the original point was, is, when Jack Hughes is coming down one on one versus him, right? And he's a forward, he's not a defenseman, it's not his job, right? He does a phenomenal choice, which is, give McDavid no space to make the move, right? Make him run out of time. And that's all he did. He wasn't trying to stop him, he was trying to make him run out of time. And he made him run out of time. He then gets the puck behind it, chips it up the board. The puck gets loose. He then comes up, hits it up behind Makar, then gets to the slot where no one else is. It was just, it was the individual, just like Megan Keller's goal, right? It was the
Right.
individual effort that made that goal happen. It wasn't the team.
Did the ladies game also go to overtime? It was an overtime goal?
It did. It was overtime.
So, I mean, that's kind of I think that's the nature of hockey, is that a one-on-one effort, especially when it's like pickpocketing a defenseman and then you have a 1-on-0, or anytime you get a 1-on-0 on the goalie, right? It's a breakdown of a play, right?
Yes.
Or just like
it's a
significant.
It's a crapshoot at that point.
Right. And I think it's definitely also speaks to how brutal the 3-on-3 play can be, because you can just be so left out to dry in a 3-on-3. But like you said earlier, they didn't do it. Canada didn't do themselves any favors.
No, and I will. Okay.
An
Hold
auto
on.
trap, an auto.
We have not really gotten many of these, and we're now on somewhat of a heater of getting them. I don't think we had gotten one of these in the
relic
last
auto.
A relic auto. I don't think we had gotten one of these in forever, but we got New York Yankees second year. I wish this was his rookie card, but it's not. Ben Rice, rookie relic auto.
Nice.
Or not rookie, sorry, just relic auto.
But you're saying it's a relic from his rookie year?
It is a relic from his rookie year. You are right about that. Touche, my friend.
Touche to yourself, bro.
Wow, that's actually pretty fucking sick. Although I goddamn hate the Yankees.
I know, dude.
Sick.
I went to the card store today, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have any cool new singles in?" And he showed me some slabs, and they're
all Yankees,
all just Aaron Judge. And I was like, he's like, do you have a team? And I was like, I'm kind of a Sox guy. And he just laughed and went like, "I'm so sorry, bro."
So hold on. Do you think that counts as the relic, or that counts as the auto?
I would guess that's an auto.
It counts as the auto?
It can't count as both. An overlap would be
like if you only got one card.
That'd be upsetting.
That would be really upsetting. Although it is technically one relic and auto.
It's both a relic and an auto.
It's both a relic and an auto.
You only promised one. Fills both boxes.
It fills both boxes.
Trev, you've been ripping for a little while here, and I feel like we got the numbered of 5, which is
we haven't really gotten much. That's the only 2 things we've gotten. That's
literally the 2 things worth.
We've only gotten one. We've gotten one numbered card, and we've gotten that. There's been nothing of there's been no crazy case hits or nothing crazy cool that has been worth showing.
Yeah. I'll also say this, Travis. 2010 was when was that tournament? When did it actually take place? Was it
which tournament?
The Olympics in 2010 when USA lost to Canada in overtime, when Sidney Crosby.
That was 2010. The 2014 was
what time of year? I'm asking in 2010. What time of year was it? Was it late? Same time. So February. Yeah, I'm wondering because I guess I graduated from high school in 2010, right? So that would have been. All right,
it would have been our senior year
in high school.
Yeah, and our senior year of college is when TJ Oshie did TJ Oshie shit.
Right. I was actually in that's when I was touring Europe solo by myself, because I'd already
Ooh,
graduated by that point.
ooh. All right, we
But
got we got. Hold on, we got Paul Skeens, Yamamoto, and Sanchez of
oh,
2026,
that's great, dude.
and then we got our relic.
Okay.
We got our relic, which is Cam Smith of 75, or not of 75, 75-year relic.
With the bright orange patch, though.
Yeah, which is kind of swaggy, no
That's
lie.
great.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
So
hate on that.
I remember in 2010, I'm not exactly positive what the crew is. Let's say it's Doyle, Gowell, and Rickard, sitting on the couch watching watching the game with like just on the edge of our seats. Overtime with the Canadians, it's a ridiculous Canadian team. It's I think it's Luongo in net. I think it's
Probably.
obviously Sydney's out there just destroying us.
United States would have been JQ. My guess is it was JQ at that time. Jonathan Quick.
Yeah, I've got to say that's definitely who was it. I'm going to say definitely Jonathan Quick
Maybe
was in net.
2014 would have been more JQ time. Who would have been the
2010,
unit?
2010 would
Yeah,
have been, I don't know the height of J, but who else like would have been Tim Thomas?
maybe Tim Thomas. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what?
Maybe Tim
I got to take
Thomas.
my definite back now.
Yeah,
'Cause-
maybe because like I think that so the Canes, Jonathan Quick won the Stanley Cup 3 times with
LA.
LA, and they won. I'm gonna blank on all the other years, but I know they won in 2015 or 2014 because that's the year that they beat the Rangers. So JQ definitely was the goalie in 2014. So maybe Timmy T.
I would guess because I can't think of many other like U.S. goalies that were just dominating at the time. Is
Oh
Fleury Canadian?
no! It was Ryan Miller.
Miller
It
Predators,
was
right?
Ryan Miller. No. Sabres. Ryan Miller.
Sabres, my bad. I
Ryan
always
Miller.
mix up because the Predators and Sabres have the same teeth, but the Sabres don't have a toothy logo like that. Um anyway, really that okay, so it would have been Ryan Miller, and then I think it was Luongo, but maybe I'm mixing that up with
No,
something else
that would
too.
have been the right time for
Because then
Luongo
because the other one I was thinking of,
Carey Price or Carey Price.
Carey Price or man, there was another big goalie from Canada who was big at the time. Who played for New Jersey forever? Brodeur?
Martin Brodeur. That would have been after Brodeur.
Really? I thought he retired in like 12.
Yeah, but
But
like
he's
they're not
probably
having 40-year-old Martin Brodeur leading the line.
you say that. Sidney Crosby, well, he's not 40. I'll take it back.
He's
Sidney
close.
Crosby, it's too bad he got injured, man.
Oh, there we go. Of 399,
Mookie.
Mookie.
Is that a as well as a is that a numbered
No,
insert?
that's the number. It's the same one that you got of Mickey Moniak.
Okay, gotcha.
It's the same one you got of Mickey Moniak.
Gotcha. That's a nice yellow, dude. I like it.
Oh, we did get a ticket stub of Jackie Cags. Jack Cags. There we
Nice,
go. All
dude.
right, we're heating up. We're heating up with our last 2 packs.
That's what we want. Anyway, I was just gonna say, me and the boys, we weren't stoked. We all sat there, just a silent room after that game, after that loss. Um, Probably would have been right around my birthday, which also could have made it more or less tragic at the
Yeah,
time.
no, it was definitely around your birthday for sure.
And it's a really, I don't want to say that the circle's closed, but it's definitely another like path on coming full circle. But it's like that's definitely a point I can go back to and be like, man, it sucked losing that, and it's great to get redemption, however many years later.
It was very profound. I don't think know if you saw Mike Trotwig, not Mike Tirico. There we go. The guy who's the host of the NBC broadcast.
Maybe
Like
that's
he
who you
get
were looking for earlier.
yeah. he gave a speech, after the US men won the gold, and he was basically like, these kids, these guys that just won gold, the last time that the United States NHL players were in the Olympics, they were you. They were sitting on the couch, they were watching that game, and he basically goes like, for all the young men and young women out there, you know, if you watch the Olympics, I hope it inspired you. Like,
Mhm.
your dreams are not something for the future, they're there for now. Go chase them. And it was just such a like awesome, awesome, awesome way to sign off the Olympics of like, you know what? Like, I hope that what you saw over the last 2.5 weeks has now inspired you to go out to a curling rink, go out to a luge track, go find a figure skating rink, go to any of this, pick up hockey, pick up freestyle skiing. And if you want to do it, don't wait. Do it now, because this is where you could be in 4 years. This is where you
Yes.
could be in 8 years. This is
Yes.
where you could be in 12 years. And it was it was a really awesome way, to sign off on the Olympic broadcast. And I really, really appreciated it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm I got nothing else to say, man.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Olympics. If you don't think that Travis over here is going to go head to my local curling rink, you're just sadly
Are
mistaken,
you gonna find a place to try it out?
dude. There's a place 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah, I guess you got it at that point.
Yeah, and for I've for 4 years, or basically for 8 years, I've been saying I'm gonna go do it, and I've never gone, and I fucking have to, dude.
Well,
I
Travis,
have to go check it out.
your dreams are right now, brother.
My dreams are right now, like
Right now.
and I think I could be a really good fucking curler, dude.
I think
I
so. How do you
really,
think you do on the ice without skates? Are you like used to being on the ice on
I'm
shoes?
pretty adept on being on the ice with shoes. Like, I'm
Okay.
pretty adept, but like, dude, pushing off the ice and kneeling and doing what they do, that's not an easy thing. Like, that's
I'd be
kind
interested
of,
what the shoe bottoms are like.
they have unique shoe bottoms. I
It's
know
like
that they have unique shoe
it's like
bottoms.
one slide shoe, one rough shoe.
Yeah, it's like one that goes, that you can kind of, it's like one for pushing off and one for sliding.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's crazy impressive with the way that, like, there's no way someone is going to immediately get on that and be like, oh, I can do it. It's going to take them, a minute or two to kind of figure that out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice.
dude, that's, oh, okay. I'm going to send this out to get signed. I'm for sure going to send this out to get signed.
What's
For
this, Trav?
sure sending this out
Come
to
on,
get
buddy.
signed.
Come on, buddy.
Number 4 of 10, Hall of Fame baseball player, Ichiro Suzuki.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty
Of
swaggy,
10
dude.
Ichiro.
Of 10, Ichiro. So
Boy, that's nice.
we got an of 5 and an of 10 in the polls today.
Hey, Trev, did you say you're gonna keep Ichiro?
I'm gonna get Ichiro signed.
Okay, gonna get it signed. Got it.
I'm definitely gonna get Ichiro signed. And I'm not sure what I'll do with it from there, but like, definitely gonna get Ichiro signed.
That's great, dude. That's great.
Yeah,
The of 10 looked awesome.
yeah, the of 10. I mean, I love the black, and it's got like really weird, because it's not like it's not really Mariners colors. It's black, blue, and orange.
Yeah,
It's like
like
black,
a
blue, and
San
orange.
Francisco Giants type of thing, but
Like
I
a New
guess
York, more like a New York Mets kind of thing.
okay,
More like a New York Mets kind of
maybe
thing. But
mixed together.
it's kind of sick, dude. I'm not upset. I'm
Cool.
not
Show it
really.
up. Show it up here one more time.
I sleeved it already, so it might have a glare, but
That's great, dude. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Damn, that's
That's
pretty
awesome.
swaggy.
Was that the last one?
That was it. That was it.
Way to close it out.
And we hit the hour mark. Look at that timing.
Beautiful.
Ordog, big win. Just a little FYI for the people out there before I pass it away to my good friend David Ordog for his final thoughts, as I always do. I'm getting United States men's and women's items. I'm getting limited edition photos, limited edition pucks, and I'm also getting game used jerseys from both teams. So if there's anybody out there that's interested, I already have a couple people who have reached out. Let me know when they become available. I will shoot them your way and I'll send you pricing. The only issue is you guys got to be real quick on it because they're not going to last very long. And these items never hit the public market. So they will only be available through,
That's
unless
awesome.
you have your own other source, they'll only be available through me. So let me
Trev,
know if
let's
you're
talk
interested.
offline. There might be something I'm interested in.
I have a couple things heading my way already. From the quarterfinals, I have Quinn Hughes game used, or not game used. I have Quinn Hughes pucks, limited edition inscription for the overtime win. And then I have the photo of Quinn Hughes celebrating after the victory.
Nice.
Limited edition. All of them are of 50. And it's got Quinn Hughes autographed with the inscription of game-winning golden goal.
Dude, he must have had a busy day. He must have a busy day, a few busy days coming up.
No, those are not getting signed. I'm not getting them back until June. So those are not being done until after the season is over.
That makes sense.
But I will be getting game used jerseys from both the men and the women. The women were getting one game. The men were getting 2 games, so it's 3 total. None of them will be the finals just so you're aware. But I'm hoping to get the white jerseys from men because that's what they wore in the finals, and I'm hoping to get the blue jerseys from the women because that's what they wore in the finals.
Right.
And so that's kind of the hope right now.
Cool.
But let me know. It's going to be over the next week. So keep me posted. SpragueSports.com. Actually, go to my YouTube page because they won't be on SpragueSports.com.
Which is here. You're here. This is it.
Sorry, go to my Instagram page.
Okay, go there. That's it.
Which is at Sprague Sports. And we can figure it out. So, Ordog, as we always do, final thoughts for the people, my friend.
USA, 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 USA.
USA. I love it. People, we really appreciate it. I'm going to have some fun things to display and show to you guys as I take my travels across country, stop at a bunch of card shops, go to Cooperstown tomorrow and on Wednesday. And we're happy you guys joined us.
Maybe we'll check in.
Maybe we'll check in. We could do a check-in. Maybe we can do a check-in. I love it. All right, people, we appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a good start to your week. Hope you guys had a good Monday, and we will see you next weekend. Peace. Oh, God, my back.